Chviličku strpení. Dneska se vrhneme na práci pro žoldnerské skupiny. Ty wormy. Jestli si dobře pamatuju, nějak ta. Ty wormy jsou docela vždycky zajímavé questíky, tak snad bude v pohodě. Zajímavé questíky, tak snad bude v pohodě. Jo, mých těch máme dneska zabít něco tady, pak proběhnout do té jedné lokace vedle. A celkově nemělo by to být nějak problém. No zrovna to jediné místo, kam jsem nešel, budu muset vybíjet. A o tom teda ještě půjdeme na personu. A večer samozřejmě na Kingdom of Amalur. Tady ne Kingdom of Amalur, Tynu Tajnu. Dobrý. Ale tohle bych opravdu nevzal stejnak, takže... Musíme prvně pozbírat teda jako splnit všechny ty questy. Až potom se vrhneme. OK, tak jsem se rozběhl blbou cestou, co už? Tak to bude trošku další. Pokud vím, to snad ještě nemůžu otevřít někde, ne? Venku pořádně fučí. Tak. Stojíš celý nášu světelka ve oknech šla spát. No, 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 no. Pán Ježíš má. Jo, toho jsme chtěli najít. Takže musíme vyrazit doprava. Teď už ty expy, ale byly naskakují tak rychle, no. Lodíky se hodí. Narka, ach jo. Narka varlopcí. Take the Eldritch stuff. Faction. Okay. Tak. Padá, že už jenom koleknou kontrakty. Tak to vyšlo ještě líp, než jsem čekal. Inventář. Myslím, že pomalu bychom mohli prodat nějaké věci. Tímhle bychom měli mít snad hotové zdejší questy a půjdeme o lokaci dál. Jo, vypadá to tak, protože tu už nic není. Tak půjdeme do toho Aporité a Adesta. Máme potom ta hlavní dějová linka. Páni, ty elixíry mizí hodně rychle. Collect the contact.
Shield sister. Too much sand in the air and old things lying about to ever get this place clean. Dead? Why, that's a shame. I'd say I'm sure he'll be missed. But he's from Whitestone, so you never know. And that's his walking staff there. I'll take that. Job well done. All right now. Come for the contract board? So long.
Vypadá, že ostatní questy máme už splněné. Tam byli ti pavouci.
You have the Master's Tallow? Then let's begin. Lords of Iron and Fire, it's good to be back at the forge. Brace yourselves now.
Sworn to war.
Behold,
To bylo rychlý.
Haldabeer's blade, strong and whole. As you made this possible, I insist that you take it. A hero deserves a hero's sword. Now, if you're done gawking, I have a clumsy oath of an apprentice to train. I swore I'd never take another student, but for you and Gavroche here, I'd make an exception. The boy's green as a new blade of grass, but he's got an eye and an arm. He'll learn yet. The boy's green as a new blade of grass. My work here won't keep me from it. I shall never tire of its open sky or those great red rocks.
To je drahý. Tohle se mi nevyplatí. Level up. Minimap. Tak. Tohle bude hnedka lepší.
Polished armor means you haven't used it. I'm quartermaster here. Tell me what you need and I'll see what I can do. This new one will do. He's not too soft on Gavroche, and his work is admirable. It's a hard, dangerous place. Jotun above, spiders, thieves, and kobolds down below. They've always lived in the heights of Menethir, and we have always watched them, weapons at the ready, and held them back when we must. They're the newcomers to this land. They crawled up through the ground from who knows what deep caverns. Yes, that's me. Stock up now before you head into the wilds. See our blessed apprentice over there if you've gear in need of mending. If there's fight in your veins and steel in your bones, you're war-sworn. If you die before you break an oath, you're war-sworn.
Shop. Sell. Prodat. 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 Jsem nechtěl prodal, co už. Každopádně, už nemáme to. Každopádně máme zpátky dost peněz. Že nás čeká nová lokace. Dal jsem všechno, co nebylo třeba. Já cesta byla fakt udávna. Se těším na příští víkend, kdy se budeme koukat na filmy. Jsou ty kytky. A já teda zamířím dolů. Půjdeme na starou banditku a ještě ten Uncharted film. S tím, že od obojího čekám, že prostě bude akorát sranda. Takže příští sobotu nebudu taky streamovat. A tentokrát ani přes týden nepojedu Fénixe nebo Zaklínače. Možná na nevíš Hollow Knight asi ještě zapnu. To hraju třeba jenom po půl hodinkách, ale častěji teďka zase. aha, aha. Vy tu lůtaříte. Aha, to jsou podivné dokumenty. Tak jo. Tohle by měla být nová lokace. Teda budeme mít zase nové problémy. Už to budeme krást.
Well, never seen your face before. Can't say I like it. Listen up, Dogface. There are two rules in Bone Town. Number one, Mayor Eswin's law is absolute. Number two, if you don't like rule number one, then you'd better get your ass out of town. Now go meet the mayor yourself. He likes to know what the kobolds kicking from the wastes, especially with the families running wild. Listen to that. You're fitting in pretty well already. I'll see you around Whitestone, Dogface. He's a dangerous man, and he'll stop at nothing to bring ruin to Whitestone. Luckily, the mayor knows how to deal with crooks like Scoria. Miners. And they used to make a good living too, back when Modus Mining had its teeth in Apatia. When Modus pulled out, the money dried up. Now most of them are criminals. A nasty lot. The Zungars are the worst. The Darkvari and the Sinrig know Leonis dance as well. There's plenty of them. Just ask Kara, or walk a few paces out of Whitestone in any direction. Sometimes they even come into town.
Ty poslední dvě, co hraju teďka hry, jsou ve své podstatě často rozukecené.
He's been locked up in a cage ever since. As an example. Tempestiliana was first sworn. They called her the Desert Runner, and you do well to learn her ways out here. He's not from around here. A city boy born and raised in Myria. Came to seek fortune, but landed in Apatia right when Motus Mining caught their losses. You'd think he'd wither in this desert, but it was his idea to bring in the mercenaries. With Mayor Eswin in Whitestone, we have a fighting chance. People call it Bone Town because of the pale rocks jutting up from the sand. And because of the death rate.
Bone Town.
Hello. Don't kill me, please! Just a little Whitestone humor for you. Maybe it's not for everybody. My name's Varric Dunbert, in my trade selling. We get a quirky collection of goods in town these days. You're welcome to it. Oh, don't you break into a sweat over the Sinriks and the Zungars. Good people. At least
Jdeme vyzvědět, co v tomhle městě je vlastně divný.
Now they're making a living with a sword. Can't say I blame them. Not after what the gnomes did to us. Honestly? Well, I'm not sure what to make of that one. He's certainly got clean hands for someone in Apatia. Rumor has it he's city-bred. Have you seen his cottage? It is more rooms than a flophouse. Some say they're not criminals, despite the mayor's proclamations. I'll refrain from judging. You're right, I see pretty much everything and everyone that comes in and out of Whitestone. And we do get our share of eccentric visitors. Just the other day I noticed a real sorrowful-looking Alfar lurking around the tavern. I don't mind them. In fact, think Mitharu, that sun camp, is just down the road. Without their merchants, the people of Whitestone would starve to death. We don't get many supplies from the city, and there's no work to be done in trade. Honest thieves, one man's opinion. Come again.
Lord Ohen. Om. Pár questů tu ještě. Vězeň.
Good day. You're probably wondering what I'm doing here. Well, if you're fond of a good
Celou dobu
story,
čekal tam na tebe za dveřmi.
I won't disappoint.
Jo, celou dobu tam ležel.
I'll try to keep it short, even though I've got all the
Potom
time
co
in
si
the
odletěl, se tam
embellishment.
po chviličce odebral a už tam ležel.
Sinrix, Darkvari, Zungars, and Scorias, all bastards. Not half as bad as these guards.
Zungars and
They can't catch all
Scorias.
of us. We can't kill all of them.
Vypadá, že to budou prostě rody mezi sebou válčit nebo nějak tak.
I am no one of consequence.
A
Something the
streamuju.
guards in Whitestone failed to realize. However, if you ask my father, he'd take my side. I'm a complete disappointment. Look, I'm in a cage in the middle of this town. What do you want me to say? I'm not really in a good position to talk about it right now. What did I do? Nothing. I just happened to bear the name Darkvari, a crime and upper-tier in these trying times. The mayor's blade seized me at the gates of Odessa. Here's the trick of it. I was leaving home, slipping free of my familial bondage. I'm no thug. I am guilty of but one crime only. Stealing a
Kradl
girl's
srdce
heart. Her
dívky,
name is Hrindi Zungar, and at this very moment she waits for me with no word of my whereabouts. Please, stranger, will you help me? She is the sun that comes to warm me every morning. We met a short time ago, mere weeks, but true love has no memory of time. Yes, Zungars and Darkvari aren't exactly kin. In fact, they're sworn enemies and rivals. Imagine how powerful they'd be if they shared blood instead of spilled it. I knew I liked you. From the moment I laid eyes on you through these enormous iron bars. Getting the key won't be easy. Bjorn, the head of their mercenaries, carries it on his person. I wouldn't want to be the one who has to rifle through his pockets. I've promised to rescue Hrindi from her family's life of corruption. She deserves more than a shack along the snake tail. She deserves Sky Blossom, whispers. I've been in this cage for weeks, but Hrindi will wait. We swore an oath to each other. Bjorn's men are ridiculously loyal. Try to catch him alone, out of the friendly eye. If you don't, our little agreement will end up rather short-lived.
Dobře. A vývězka.
Hello.
Meyer House.
Hello.
Stand right there. Let me take a look at you. Filthy, weary, lonely. Not special, that's for certain. We don't see folks like you in Whitestone very often. I'm Mayor Eswin Elfhelm. I'm the closest thing to a friend you've got around here. An obstacle in the way of progress. The old man still believes that Apotheer could come back from its decline by force of will. Never minor. Keeps digging away. There are 4 mining families. The Sinriks, Zungars, and the Scorias. Gnomes departed, so did the jobs. There was nothing for the miners left behind. Starvation, desperation, they change people. Most of the miners in Apotheer kept their sanity, even when they lost everything else. The others turned to banditry. Usual theft, kidnapping, murder. You'd best stick close to Whitestone. You're an easy target.
Lehký. Target ani náhodou.
They're laughing now, but we'll see how they like the taste of their own ruthlessness. They're the second oldest family in Apotheer, and they're headed for a prison or a graveyard. The Darkvara were hit hardest by Modus's relocation. The young men and women watched the elders and children waste away. Now they're all that's left. Sad story, isn't it? Doesn't excuse their lawlessness. Once the Terrenium ran out, they moved on. Gnomes don't care for the welfare of other races. They're hoping we'll kill each other off, save them the trouble. My given name is Eswin Elfhelm, but people around here call me Mayor Eswin. They're simple people. That's why I like them. I grew up in the old main city of Myria, west of here. I'd never worked a full day in my life. Certainly making up for it now. I sleep 1-2 hours a night. Terrenium. It's the only reason the gnomes ever graced it here with their presence. Normally they'd find the climate too dry. They like their beards curly. Modus Mining settled Whitestone, built all the mines and relocated the families. Once they'd taken what they came for, they vanished almost overnight. Disgraceful. My home. A lifetime ago, it seems. The port was nice. The smell of fish near the harbor was offensive. You'd have a hard time finding anything that resembles Myria here in Detir.
Chceš jíst brambory, či co?
And scum. Let's hope they never take control of Apotheer. This little town was the heart of the boom, the engine that drove the rise of Edessa. But in business, every boom is followed by the eventual bust. The gnomes moved out. With the gnomes went the gold, and with the gold went the jobs. Whitestone has been a shell of itself since. But I seek to change all that. It would take quite a bit to convince me the Zongars weren't criminals from the start. It's probably no surprise the worst miners of Apotheer make the best brigands. Some call it war. I call it survival. The Modus mining interest left an empty throne when it abandoned Apotheer. And now everyone wants that power. The people here The decent, honest, hard-working people of Apotyr have been through enough. Starvation, humiliation. They needed a leader, one who cares. My goals are simple. To stop the warring in Whitestone, and to rescue it from the brink of extinction. And you can help me. What do you say? Partners? There's a man named Adeth Scoria, patriarch of the most prominent mining family in Apotyr. Months ago, I bought his family mine. It wasn't cheap. Now Adeth refuses to surrender the property. In fact, he's gone into hiding and won't meet with me. I need you to acquire what is legally mine. The deed to his claim. Modus Mining stored all the records in its old headquarters east of the village. But the building has long since been overrun. Get that deed, and we're in business. Probably in that relic of a building that was once Motus headquarters. Now a haven for thugs and criminals. Near the cemetery to the east.
To by šlo. Když to mám otevřené.
Mind yourself.
Tam nahoře něco je.
Stranger.
Zase plno questíků.
Welcome to the Thirsty Wench. I'm Beragrastar, owner, innkeep, and namesake. We don't get many strangers in Whitestone, at least not since Motus pulled out and the mercenaries dug in. What can I get you? Not everyone in Apotyr worked for one of the big mining families, but most of them did. And when the work dried up, they stayed with their crews. Only now they're robbing travelers and kidnapping merchants instead of digging. Only thing we dig in Whitestone these days are graves. He's fine as far as nobles go, although he doesn't exactly fit in around here. He lacks that important layer of filth that comes from growing up in Apotyr. Barely worth my breath, those bastards. Tell me, is it right to build a town and then suddenly leave it to rats? I don't think so either. The gnomes of Motus Mining have the people's hopes to answer for. They know better than to ever show their faces in Apotyr again. You mean Steg? He's a good kid. Dumb as a plank, but sweet as they come. I really hope he gets out soon so he and Rindy can be together. Sure, we've got a few available, but they'll cost you. Nothing comes cheap in Whitestone. Sounds good. I'll set it up. If I'm not mistaken, you've already rented my last bed. Mayor Eswin should leave them alone. That's about all I have to say about it. The Scorias are family to everyone in Whitestone. Yeah, they come into town every so often, looking to socialize, I guess. Best keep your eyes on your belongings. There's a whole camp of them east of here near the cliffs. I think they call it Sun Camp. That was a joke. Same old faces, same old troubles. Whitestone hasn't changed much since the gnomes left us to the wastes. The mercenaries are new and good for business. We do have a few visitors, Alpha and a traveler to boot. I'd better watch out, or the boat is going to get all respectable. Don't tell anyone, but I've run out of meat to serve the customers. If these louts find out, they're liable to start a riot. Do you have any meat with you? I'll pay you good money for it. Okay, I guess that's better than nothing. I don't care where you get it, as long as it smells like meat when I place it over the fire. Hurry up with some meat, or it'll be my bones they'll be eating.
Mhm.
What do you want? What?
Are they giving you a hard time around here too? Whitestone, a boot full of vipers, this place. Can't stand it. And after everything we've done for them down in Sun Camp, you'd think they'd be more appreciative. And starvation's too good for the mayor, I say. It wasn't my life plan to become a traveler, believe me. But sometimes necessity is the only star you follow. My parents were miners and worked themselves to the bone to provide. When the Terrenium dried up, so did they, you could say. I didn't want to leave Apatir, so I stayed. He's as corrupt as they come, but I shouldn't be one to speak, not with my associations. Still, it's one thing to say you're a crook, and another to pretend you're not. Some of us join because we have to. Others expect it to be an adventure. We're a patchwork, really, a glorious patchwork of imperfection. It's a good town, or it was before the Motus disaster and the mercenaries. I have fond memories of Whitestone. I used to buy candy at Varric's place. Simpler times. You don't look like one of Eswin's ruffians. No, you look different, which is a good thing in this sun-blasted nothing. All right, I'll tell you. Our friend the mayor has something stashed up in his house, something worth a fortune. Can you believe that? There's something of actual value in Whitestone. I've been sent to get it, but I can't seem to find a way in. Until inspiration strikes, I'm waiting here, keeping the ale busy. Silly question. Who doesn't hate the mayor? We travelers had a good thing going here in Whitestone. The people came to us for their needs. We had a relationship. Now Mayor Eswin says trading with travelers is illegal, and as a result, the folks of Apatir won't touch us. I'm surprised they even let me into town without a fight. We're travelers by affiliation, but we specialize in fair exchange of goods and services. Not to say we won't steal, it's just not our stock and trade. You'll find us east of here, past the old Motus mining.
No, jenže vy jste banda zlodějů, traveléři. Já mezi vás totiž patřím.
You should stop by, it's quite a view. You're welcome to give it a go, but I can't promise you'll get anywhere. That old mansion was built by the gnomes back when they first settled the village. It's got more hidden corners than a spider web. I doubt old Eswin's even seen all of it. I doubt the old mayor has either. Maybe I'll show some initiative eventually. Until then, you're welcome to make us both look good. The doors are locked, so I'm guessing there are keys required. That's usually how the arrangement works. Bye.
Mhm.
What is it? Can't you see I'm celebrating? That's right. Raise a glass, friend. Let's make a toast to cowards. I walk the wall of Melsenshire. Do you know what that's like? The silence breathes. The shadows move. Every night is a lifetime. No drink can drown those memories. What's there to say? The Tuatha just keep growing bolder, and our numbers fewer. Not like the people of Apatir care. They've got their own problems. This village is as good as any. I've seen many such places. All of them ravaged by the war. All of them feeling the distant decay of the Tuatha. There is no escape. I've made a choice, you see. After much deliberation and many pines, I've decided to disobey my direct superiors and not perform my duties. To the fires with orders. I am finished delivering death notices. I've seen the faces of the war dead. I've no desire to look into the eyes of their loved ones. I volunteered to be a messenger, to bring death notices from the War Council to the families of the deceased. I thought it would be welcome respite from the war. It's been its own kind of hell. I got through some of them, but by the time I reached Apatir, I was done. You would do that? It would keep me from getting discharged. For I'm not going back. Here are the death notices. Take this medicine as well. I have my own right here. Ironic, isn't it? I can face the enemy, but I can't face the families of those who fought beside me. Pathetic. Your energy will not be spent in vain. I will pay you well to do this for me, but the road will be long and fraught with grief. Tell them what you want. It won't change what has happened. My sons and daughters are gone. No one can soften that blow. Goodbye.
To jsme se nabrali 3 píp questů. Dneska budu spát jako dudek. Budeš dávat vařit vodu na něco nebo tak? Výjimečně bych si dal totiž horkou čokoládu.
What is it? I don't like folks standing around in the center of town. It looks suspicious. They're no better than the rest of these savages. Don't let the righteousness fall. Everyone in Whitestone is out for one person. Himself. You like the what? Hold on a moment. Repeat what you just said so I can laugh appropriately. You like the cage key. Oh, that is truly humorous. This goes against everything I've told my men, but I need the gold. I won't say anything if you won't.
Byl levný. Ne, to se tady bavím jako.
Well done. Now, you've done me this one favor. Let's finish what we've started. Before I can leave this cursed desert, I need several things. First, I need to fetch the item that will finance our new life in Odessa. our nest egg. It is an heirloom that has been in the Darkvari family for generations. Then I need you to find Hrindi and bring her to me at our old meeting place in Snaketail Canyon. Please, you must do this for me. For us. Thank you.
So damn hot.
V Warehouseu mám, myslím, něco ukrást. On se možná dostaneme později. Sežiju nějaký prismatik, tak to půjdem.
Be on your guard.
Yes, what is it? We're not supposed to speak with the citizens. What's there to say? It's an unfortunate affair. I don't foresee anyone coming out the better for it. I only hope that many return from the front lines unharmed. Nothing to tell, really. My wife and I lived in Rathir until we had to take work elsewhere. She in the army and me with this rough outfit. I hate being apart. Same as any place else, in my opinion. I just stick to the job. Guard, train, and rough up anyone who gets in the way of the mayor's plans. Joanne? You mean my wife has died? I knew she sailed for Cluricon, but we got so little news here in Apatir. I told her the war wouldn't last. I insisted. And as usual, I was wrong. My wife was beautiful. She deserved better. I only wish I could have given it to her. I only wish I could have been there for her in the end. Thank you for telling me. Joanne never wanted children. She said it was too harsh a world for young ones. Said we should use our lives to make a difference. I have to believe she was right. The army rejected me on account of my missing toes. So I came here to make extra coin while Joanne was away. To wait for her. Now it seems I'll wait forever.
Dobře, teď půjdeme sem. Nic. Musím to celý oběhnout. To je další. My chceme prvně sem. Krysy, jo. Potřebujeme maso. No. Co máme? Nic zajímavého. Jo. A někdo tu je, tak si s ním pokecáme.
Hello. You don't know me, but I've been following you. My name's Rindy. That parchment you carry, it belongs to me, as Steg always meant it to be a wedding gift. Now, if you please, hand it over. You heard it right. There's no love lost between the families of Darkvari and Zungar. But show me a close family in Apatir and I'll show you a gnome with a conscience. What about him? I've met hundreds of men more to my liking. Only, those men didn't have what Steg possesses. The Darkvari map. Once I learned Steg had it, I knew I had to act. I was willing to do anything. Even marry the idiot. That's right. The fabled treasure map of the Darkvari family. With it, I can build a new life, shed my Zungar name and start all over again. Don't ever speak my name aloud. I hate hearing it. Zungar. It's the sound of retching, of a man's skull cracking beneath a blow. Every time I hear it, I cringe.
No, je až moc malá šance a zkusíme ji překecat, že toho týpka miluje.
If you believe that, then you're as thick as he is. You cannot begin to imagine what I've had to endure to reach this point. Wooing that fool, making false promises. I would die for that parchment, and I will kill for it.
Máš smolík, holka. No nic, tady ukládáme. Příště se vydáme zase dál. Tady můžeme dát maso ze zvířat. Každopádně takhle to projdeme, než se vrátíme zpátky do města. Tak uvidíme, no. Já teďka půjdu ještě na tu personu. Pak si dám chvilku pauzu, během té se najím a tak, a pak skočím ještě na tu Tiny. Zatím čau čau a na viděnou příště.